The question is this a useless pick? This is a Jim Dunlop guitar pick, but it's rather special because it's a very thin one. It's probably the thinnest one you're gonna find. It's 0.38 millimeters thick. And the thing about it is that it's almost like paper, much like the wings of this moth I befriended earlier. The question is this a useless pick? Well, the answer is no. It's actually very useful for rhythm guitar playing. I was born and raised in Costa Rica. And back in the day, we would listen to American music, and I loved the sound of the steel string guitars. However, in Latin America, the most common guitars are actually nylon string guitars. So back in the day, I would go to the music store that was just around the corner from my house, and I would spend 2 or 3 hours just browsing through the guitars, and of course I was broke. I felt a little ashamed if I didn't buy anything, so the only thing I could afford was guitar picks. And, I would come across the usual guitar picks that everybody uses, and I just want to buy, whatever I can. So I used to buy a bunch of guitar picks, and I bought this one. And when I tried it on my nylon string guitar, I realized that I could sort of imitate the sound of a steel string guitar. Of course, it was not the same, but it kind of gave you the same articulation, and I really liked that. So fast forward a lot of years later, and then I actually got a proper steel string guitar, and I realized that this guitar pick allows you to naturally EQ on real time as you are playing, and I'll explain how. First of all, if you play close to the sound hole, it will give you rich, full sound that just sounds amazing. It's so balanced. If you play very close to the bridge, it will give you a really, really trebly and thinny sound that sounds very, very good, actually. And finally, I realized that if you play really close to the frets, it gives you a really dark tone. The thing is that as you play, you can hear every note that you're playing when you're strumming, which is really interesting. It gives you a really balanced sound, and the notes do stand out, and it gives you an amazing sound. It really cuts through the mix. That gives you a lot of options when you're doing rhythm guitar. Just remember that, we're talking about rhythm guitar here. Obviously, it would be very hard to play lead guitar with this kind of pick. Right now, I'm going to show you a little composition that I made just so that you can hear the guitar in context and how it sounds with the other instruments and different sections of a song. For this video, I'm using a Crafter guitar. I'm also using a Harley Benton guitar that I've modified and an Ibanez bass. I hope you enjoy the music. I am Mr. Garage, and I actually just released a record, and I'm gonna leave all of my links below so you will be able to find my Spotify and my social media and all of that. I post regularly, and I'm trying to do this long format videos just to kind of give you an insight on how I approach tone, because I feel there in the guitar community there is a whole debate about tone, and I feel that sometimes the tone is in your hands. It's actually in your hands rather than any effects that you might use or microphones that you can use. So my idea is just to show you the things that I've learned through the years and, that have worked for me. And hopefully this will be helpful to you as well. If you like it, leave a like and subscribe. That would be very, very useful. And just let me know in the comments what you think and what kind of guitar related content you'd like to see in the future. Thank you very much.